Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Thursday. It is May 25th.
Happy Thursday. Hope you've had a good morning so far. The weather, has been pretty good. Not too much, not rain, not like yesterday. And a lot of people are getting ready for their extended weekend.
Yes, indeed. And I know it looked like I was looking at you lovingly, but I was sneaking a peek at radar when there are showers and storms way behind Justin, way up in another part of Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple hundred miles away, honestly. And I really don't think they'll make it here. But we are watching them on radar. As we've been in the last couple of days, this flow kind of takes these storms in our direction. You see them up near San Angelo. Do we need to be worried about them? I don't think so, because most of this is going to die down by the time it gets anywhere near us. There's a little closer look there at what's going on around San Angelo, and you can see there is some heavy rain, there are some lightning strikes, and there is an outflow boundary. We'll certainly keep an eye on it, but I think that your Thursday is going to be generally pretty quiet. Let's take a look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast. 11 o'clock, 78 degrees, 81 noontime. We're up around 87 at 4 o'clock. We'll call it mostly sunny this afternoon. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we go outside for you, we've got partly cloudy skies right now. So rain-free forecast this weekend. What about the lakes and the rivers? I know a lot of people will be headed to find some cooler times this weekend. So you may be swimming, headed to the lake or the river. What are we saying with the water levels? We're going to be looking at that. Plus, it's an anniversary. We got to look back at the 2013 flood. You remember that one? It's a big one here in San Antonio. We'll have the latest coming up in just a couple minutes. Let's get over to RJ now and check in on traffic. Good morning, sir.
All right, guys. Yeah, Justin, Mark 70. We're going to take you outside real quick here with TransGuide traffic cameras. And you know what? Things looking pretty good for the most part across our area. We've seen a bunch of stalls over the past couple of hours or so, but nothing significant, nothing major at the moment. 281 at San Pedro. Things looking pretty good in that area there, there on the north side. And then right there at Jones Maltzberger, 281, traffic moving along pretty smooth as well. 90 at Couples there in the west side. We got traffic moving smoothly there as well. So this just popped up on our maps right now. This was a reported crash on Loop 410 eastbound and Military Drive. So this is around the Castle Hills area. Again, just showed up right now. I'll kind of check TxDOT, see exactly what's kind of going on here. See a little bit of a delay there with traffic. Again, the eastbound lanes of Loop 410 and Military Drive. Don't know too many details right now, but again, if this is something major, we'll kind of jump back in here and give you the very latest when we kind of get some more information. And as I mentioned earlier today, we had those stalled vehicles northbound there at Nogales Street. So this intersection right here, 90, 10, 35, it's always very busy around this area, and we've seen a few stalled vehicles kind of backed up within a few miles of each other. This one here in the northbound lanes of 35 at Nogales Street. But you know what? Earlier, about 15 minutes ago, we saw a lot of red on the map. Things moving along a little bit better in that area right now. As we take one more look here at a wide view of our city maps, you see just kind of our normal traffic buildup across the area, mostly green on the screen. So that is good news if you're planning to head out right now on your Thursday. One more quick look at TransGuide 281 in San Pedro. Things looking good there, and we just saw Jones Maltzberger a little bit earlier. So you know what? Want to leave us on a good Thursday vibe here. 90 at Couples of traffic moving along smoothly there in those areas. All right, Mark and 70, back to you.
And we appreciate the good vibes. Thank you very much, RJ.
Yeah, thank you. Here's today's 9 at 9.
The U.S. has 1 week before it reaches the potential X date, the earliest date the government could run out of money and is unable to pay its bills. Although some economic analysts say the deadline might not be as soon as June 1st, the fact remains no deal has been reached on the debt ceiling, and lines remain firmly drawn in the sand on both sides. The House Majority Leader says the House will go into recess today and will only come back if a deal on the debt limit is reached.
The standoff in Washington over raising the debt ceiling could cost the U.S. its AAA credit rating. Ratings from Fitch now says it's putting the U.S. on what it calls ratings watch negative and suggests missing any payments could mean a downgrade.
No deal on the debt ceiling turned into another down day for stocks. The Dow closed down yesterday for the fourth day in a row, losing 0.8%. The S&P slipped 0.7%, and the NASDAQ closed down 0.6%.
Senior citizens could be among the first to feel the impact if a deal to address the debt ceiling isn't made. The batch of Social Security payments scheduled to be sent out on June 2nd goes to the oldest and most vulnerable recipients. 40% of recipients rely almost entirely on Social Security payments for food, housing, and other essentials.
Tributes are pouring in for Tina Turner. The music legend passed away yesterday at the age of 83 after a long illness. Her family says there will be a private funeral attended by close friends and family. When asked how she would like to be remembered, Tina said, quote, as the queen of rock and roll and as a woman who showed other women that it's okay to strive for success on their own terms, end quote.
The House approved a resolution yesterday that would block President Biden's student loan forgiveness program. Now it goes to the Senate, where nearly all of the 49 Republicans had signed on as sponsors. But even if the Senate gets enough votes, Biden has already said he would veto it. Yesterday's measure was a bit of a political maneuvering designed to force lawmakers to take a public stance on the issue.
The Federal Trade Commission is launching its own investigation into what caused the recent baby formula shortage and what might have prevented regulators from responding to it effectively. The FTC says it also wants to hear from consumers. The commission says it's looking into potential price gouging, fraud, and other deceptive practices.
Traveling this summer is almost certainly going to take more of a bite from your bank account. Hotel rooms and rentals from places like Airbnb are coming in more expensive from last year. Airfare is also running about 4% above pre-pandemic levels.
Fitness equipment maker Peloton is looking to move past the equipment part. It's introducing a new type of fitness membership program based around its app with workouts that don't need its equipment, and the base level membership is actually free. That is today's 9 at 9.
And the latest on the retrial of Mark Howerton, who's accused of murdering Trinity University student Kaylee Mandati 6 years ago. Now, a jury has seen the numerous injuries on Mandati's body, and we want to warn you, some details in this story could be very disturbing for some viewers.
Yes, Howerton was Mandati's boyfriend at the time of her death. Erica Hernandez describes what was in the photos that the jury saw.
More than 50 photos were shown to a jury of the injuries found on 19-year-old Kaylee Mandati. The photos taken by sexual assault nurse examiner Rachel Vernon. Vernon saying, quote, she had clusters of injuries. The photos shown were a bruising and scratches on Mandati's ear, face, chest, arms, thighs, and legs. Besides the bruising, blood could be seen from Mandati's nose and mouth. These are some of the same photos shown during the first trial back in 2019. Mandati was taken to a Luling hospital about 7 hours after leaving the Malaluna Festival in October 2017 with her boyfriend Mark Howerton. Howerton telling police the couple were arguing and left the festival. He told police they made up at a nearby gas station by having consensual sex, and said as they continued to drive toward Houston, he noticed she had stopped breathing. On the stand, Vernon says while she examined Mandati for about 8 hours, she couldn't say what caused her injuries or when they actually happened. Howerton, in a video shown to the jury on Tuesday, told police that the bruising could have been from the, quote, rough sex they had or from her falling when she was drunk. So far as that retrial has gone on, not much emotion or reaction from Howerton. Now, if he is found guilty, he faces a range of punishment for that first-degree murder charge, anywhere from 5 to 99 years in prison or life in prison. At the Kennedy Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
1 year after the tragedy at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, there are still several questions unanswered and a need for justice for the 21 families affected. It took well over an hour before law enforcement officers confronted the gunman and killed him. But will any of the 376 law enforcement personnel who responded to the school ever face criminal charges for their inaction? One legal expert from St. Mary's University School of Law says Texas officers can be held criminally liable for omissions or failure to act, with an important stipulation that very well might apply to this particular investigation.
But they don't have to assist if assisting would expose the officer to risk of injury.
Uvalde County District Attorney Christina Mitchell declined our many requests for an interview. Mitchell has at the very least another year before some of these possible cases could expire. The statute of limitations for most misdemeanors in Texas is 2 years, and at least that long for any felony charge.
Some local schools have been making safety updates in the wake of the Robb tragedy. 1 month after the shooting last year, the federal government dished out billions of dollars for school safety and mental health. SAISD was the recipient of that first round of funding, and since then the district has made some updates. Senator John Cornyn visited Cotton Academy to see those changes, and they include new doorbell cameras, extra cameras inside, new and more powerful radios, and soon they will get new fencing. The school's principal said they also do regular active shooter drills.
Assuring our kids when we do those drills, hey, we're here, we love you, we're going to protect you.
She says the number one question she gets from parents is not about the quality of education, it's about school safety. That's why she hopes the funding will be consistent so she can keep her promise of keeping students as safe as possible.
As the United States grapples with the possibility of its first ever debt default, there's growing concern about the potential consequences it could have on our personal finances. CNN's Jen Sullivan shares 5 crucial tips to prepare and protect your money and investments.
As the possibility of a U.S. debt default grows, what can you do to limit its potential impact on your finances?
The closer we get, the more realistic the possibility becomes that we have a full-blown disaster.
Economists say breaching the debt ceiling could be catastrophic, impacting millions of Americans from investors to food stamp recipients. Here are 5 tips to avoid taking a major hit. 1. Build an emergency fund. Because there's a chance a debt default could delay government payments for millions, experts generally recommend setting aside at least 3 months' worth of living expenses.
Now's the time to harbor your resources, hold back on your discretionary spending, avoid that extra restaurant meal.
2. Reduce debt. Pay down high-interest credit cards and personal loans. A default could impact interest rates, raising borrowing costs, which leads us to tip 3. Wait to buy a home. Real estate website Zillow estimates a prolonged default could raise 30-year mortgage rates to a high of 8.4%.
So that might mean that you're going to continue renting and just invest a big portion of your money into the stock market.
4. Diversify your investments, but don't overdo it. Experts recommend sticking with high-quality investments instead of high-risk volatile ones. And finally, review and adjust financial plans. Use this time to reassess your goals and your budget.
It's just an economic cycle, and that doesn't mean, even though it might be a little bit challenging in some ways, it doesn't mean that it will last forever.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
9:10, 73 degrees.
And Tiffany Huertas joins us now with a look at what she has coming up next.
Good morning. It's a program empowering kids through the game of golf. This morning, we take you to First Tee San Antonio with more on their experiences and what programs are happening this summer. Next.
It is a program teaching kids about the fundamentals of the golf swing and the game while learning different skills like goal setting and self-management.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from First Tee Greater San Antonio with a look at their programs helping thousands of kids in our community and getting them outdoors this summer. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. And I just want to start off by saying thank you, Justin, for a beautiful morning here at the driving range. The weather is absolutely perfect, and just check it out. People are just enjoying. Last year, they served over 1,500 kids here. They have different programs throughout the year and a summer camp. We have Gabby here this morning to talk a little bit more about this site and the different programs. Good morning, Gabby.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Great. Talk to us about what can people expect here.
So we have regular programming throughout the year. Golf is a lifelong sport. We just don't teach basic fundamentals. We also teach life skills.
What type of impact have you seen in the kids?
Just the way how they act in public, and then just on the golf course, etiquette-wise. We did just have four seniors graduate, and 2 of them are going to play college golf.
Amazing. The opportunities are endless here. This summer, the kids, what can they expect?
So we do have 6 weeks of summer programming here. Those are full. We are a very popular place, but summer registration will start sometime in the middle of June.
And this morning we also have Isaac. My friend here has been practicing. Good morning, Isaac. I'm going to go to you before you hit the ball. Tell me about what is your favorite part of golfing?
Hitting the driver. It's the best because it goes the farthest, and that's the only golf club you could use to hit off the tee farthest.
Awesome. And maybe a tip for kids that are going to start golfing? What would you tell them? Have fun?
Yeah, and have fun and be focused.
Perfect. Can you show us how it's done? Awesome. Whoa! Awesome! Okay, you can tell it's the first time here because I'm just so excited for Isaac. Thanks, Isaac, for joining us. We're going to talk to Isaac more and talk more about the impact these programs are having in our community. We'll send it back to you.
Isaac was very skilled.
It's got a better swing than I ever had, Tiffany.
Don't be jealous.
Tell him great job.
They say great job, Isaac.
Yeah, he didn't hear all that.
I didn't mean to sound bitter. Tiffany, thank you.
No. And let's look out there with live cam. Like Tiffany said, it's actually really nice out there to get out, walk around, or
play golf.
Play golf.
Don't be jealous, Mark. Come on.
just a little bit.
It is good morning for golf. There's some clouds right now, so that's keeping temperatures from getting too warm, but it will be pretty toasty this afternoon. And we're getting rid of rain chances for a few days here. So let's look at the Memorial Day weekend. I know a lot of people are starting to plan out their weekends. Here you go. 88 Saturday, 87 Sunday, 86 on Monday. Monday is the day we've got to watch because we could get some storms back into the forecast. So be aware of that. But Saturday, Sunday looks good for whatever plans you may have. Let's look at lake levels one more time. Amistad's at 37%. Medina's at 5%. It's down to 83 feet from the level there. It's 76% Canyon, 33% full there at Choke. So the lakes are still in a lot of trouble, but there is water in them at least. Well, not Medina, but the rest of them. There you go. Those are the latest lake levels. The recent rains have helped a little bit, but not a lot when it comes to those numbers. And as we look at the Guadalupe River, maybe you're doing some floating this weekend. Stream flow down a little bit. It's at 35 cubic feet per second. That's well below the average. All these sites here, Comfort, Spring Branch, even in New Braunfels past the dam, are well below average. But the river is still flowing, so you can still go tubing if that's what you're planning this weekend. It won't be bad weather for it, too, with temperatures pretty warm. Hey, I want to take you back 10 years ago, 2013. Do you remember this? The Memorial Day weekend floods. 15.31 inches fell in 5 hours over Olmos Creek. I remember this one pretty well. And you remember 281 went underwater. And Olmos Basin was full of water. There were a lot of issues. Unfortunately, we did have some high water rescues and 2 lives were lost. 42 homes destroyed or severely damaged. That was a really busy day back in 2013. We do not expect any sort of flooding weather like that next few days. 73 degrees right now. Dew point is at 66. Northeasterly winds at about 8 miles per hour. If you look at the satellite picture, we do have some clouds working in. So those clouds I was talking about earlier, they'll help a little bit with temperatures for now. But as we get into the afternoon, I think skies clear out a little bit, and you'll see those temperatures jump into the upper 80s, so it'll be another warm day. Those storms up across north central Texas are working their way in our direction. The flow is still out of the north and west, so it looks like these could work maybe towards the hill country before dying down. I don't expect them to make it to San Antonio. They're already starting to weaken a little bit, but it is something to watch. And that would be our only rain chance here for a couple days. High pressure kind of builds in briefly, and that brings us quiet conditions both Saturday and Sunday, as we talked about. But as we get into Monday, a little low develops out in Mexico. This works its way towards Texas, and by Monday, it's in a pretty good position to bring us some showers and storms. Now, it won't be raining all day. It's that afternoon pop-up stuff, but we do need to watch it. And that is Monday afternoon. So that's why we've put in a 30% chance of rain for Memorial Day. Here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 87 Friday, 88 Saturday, 87 Sunday, and then 86 on Monday with that 30% chance of rain. We'll get another shot at some afternoon storms Tuesday, and then I think rain chances taper off a little bit Wednesday. So Monday is our next focus when it comes to rainfall.
And that's good. At least we won't be without it for a long time.
Yeah, as long as we keep having rain chances ever so often, that's good because we know what happens in June and July.
That's right.
Yeah.
Either of you play golf at all?
I do. Not well, but I do. Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all?
Yeah.
Cool.
Miniature golf's hard.
I'll play with you, Steph. 9:20 right now, 74 degrees.
You're going to win. When we come back, Max Massey is going to introduce us to a Southside High School student who loves FFA, but that's just one of the many activities she's involved in. It's part of our Great Graduate Series.
Welcome back. National Honor Society, powerlifting, basketball, and FFA Day C. Vela from Southside High School has a resume that seemingly does not end. And in today's Great Graduate Story, Max Massey introduces us to Daisy and shares what drives her leadership and what comes next for her.
24/7. It's an everyday thing, and if you have animals, then you're with them all the time.
Meet Daisy, a senior at Southside High School.
Daisy is a dynamic personality. She's very energetic. She's happy all the time. She's always looking for something to get involved in.
One of her biggest passions, FFA, the future farmers of America.
We raise longhorn and horses, where I really enjoy it. So that's also one thing that really brought me into the conservation of wildlife and the FFA.
And she really uses this passion to excel across the board.
FFA is important to me because it teaches you life skills. So you learn how to manage your finances, you learn how to take responsibilities, and it just helps you grow as an individual. That way you're able to be prepared for the real world.
She's been in sports, she's been in ag very heavily. She's also in NHS. She does a lot of community service. She's everywhere trying to do everything. She's just a nonstop ball of energy.
And for those who know her, everyone knows she's a leader.
She would take those young kids under their wing, and I think that helped inspire some kids to try to grow up and be a leader like her, because they see that leadership from her. And
well, Daisy is not only a leader in her class, leader at FFA, but she's really a leader for the entire district.
She actually kind of helped lead the other kids and help improve them and make them better, because she could show them how you're supposed to lead from the front instead of the back.
So as graduation comes closer and closer, the sky is the limit.
I think she's got great potential. I don't know if there's really much of a ceiling for her. I mean, we try to tell these kids all the time, you know, it's what you're going to make of it. You got to work hard for whatever it is you want, and don't let anything stand in your way.
And Daisy already has her map planned out.
I plan on going to the community college and then transferring down to A&M Kingsville, where I will study range and wildlife management and the animal science in hopes of becoming a game warden, and from there the K-9 unit or mounted patrol.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
She's got it all figured out.
I know. Good job.
She's going to make a great game warden one day.
Yeah.
926, 74 degrees. There's more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including a new BMW feature on their latest model that doesn't sound all that safe. We're going to tell you what that feature is and how the company says it works.
Plus, a weatherman in Australia is going viral for making his co-anchors crack up during a newscast, which has never happened here at KSAT. What he did that had everyone laughing at him. We'll explain when we come back. Supporters say it's about making regulations consistent across the state, while opponents say it's the state's latest attempt to strip power from Texas cities. Either way, House Bill 2127 is now on the governor's desk, who is expected to sign it.
The bill is a sweeping effort to prevent Texas cities from passing ordinances related to numerous areas of state law. City Hall reporter Garrett Beringer talked to the city attorney about what happens now.
House Bill 2127 has few fans in San Antonio's city government.
It's really going to cripple municipalities all over the state.
With the Death Star bill, we're going to need the Millennium Falcon.
Extremely anti-worker and anti-democratic.
But in all likelihood, the sweeping preemption bill will become law and would prevent cities from creating their own laws related to evictions, employment, and several other areas listed out in the bill. Cities already can't make rules that go against state law. But the San Antonio city attorney says this bill goes further and prevents cities from passing laws on the same subjects.
The key difference with this bill is it says we can't pass ordinances that are within the regulatory field, which is a very, very broad category.
But exactly what that covers isn't clear yet.
The bill is so general and so vague, it is hard to make a definitive answer on any particular question on the ordinance itself.
And the bill would make it possible for just about anyone to sue a city for a violation. The city attorney says they don't plan to repeal any existing ordinances.
The plan is to keep everything in place until it's challenged.
But they'll have to be cautious going forward.
My office will be more active in terms of looking at that ordinance to see whether it's consistent with the bill and as to whether it would garner any challenges or not.
While also keeping an eye out for any legal challenges to the law.
I wouldn't go so far as the city of San Antonio is considering that. We would probably explore that with other cities.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Let's look out there with live cam. 74 degrees. Oh, those clouds are starting to lift. That means it'll be a little warmer now.
Yeah, temperatures will start to ramp up here pretty quick, Steph. We'll see numbers in the 80s probably by lunchtime, and we'll be in the upper 80s this afternoon. No rain. I think any rain's going to probably hold off for a while. And in fact, I think we've got a dry forecast through the weekend until we get into Monday. I want to show you a picture here on our KSAT Connect. When I first saw this, I thought they were having a staring contest. You know, you and me, staring contest. Now, dog and bird. But no, apparently this is unconditional love. They really like each other. That's out there in Cibolo. It's a cool shot. Love that. Love that. Some good vibes on a Thursday. Thank you so much for sending that in. Let me show you the radar right now. This is up near San Angelo. There is a cluster of storms that is working its way south and east. The flow is still such that some of these storms could make their way down into the hill country, but most of the models, and just the way you're looking at it and knowing this time of day, this is probably going to die down some before it makes it here, and probably will fall apart before it gets to San Antonio. It's still got another 165 miles to travel, so chances are this is going to fall apart here for the next couple of hours. Regardless, we'll keep an eye on it. Forecast for today leaves rain chances out. 81 degrees at noontime. 87 at 4 o'clock, 87 at 5 p.m., mostly sunny. And then tonight, partly cloudy at 8 o'clock, 83, 80 by 9 p.m. We're going to take you down to the coast here in just a little bit, show you the forecast down there if you have plans to head to the beach. That forecast here in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Known as the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner in her mid-40s boldly redefined female sexuality and empowerment, sharpening the edge that defined the 80s.
Turner passed away peacefully at her home in Switzerland at the age of 83 yesterday. But as ABC's Will Gans reports, the legacy she leaves behind will influence pop culture well beyond her years.
Tina Turner. Her music has become the soundtrack to some of the most enduring scenes in television history.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest.
Her life story becoming an Oscar-nominated biopic that launched Angela Bassett to superstardom in 1993. And won Adrienne Warren a Tony Award when Tina became a Broadway musical in 2019.
Musical is my life, but it's like poison that turned to medicine. I can never be as happy as I am now.
The queen of rock and roll whose legacy extends far beyond the music. Her 1986 memoir, I, Tina, became synonymous with survival. Angela Bassett writing in a statement overnight, Tina Turner showed others who lived in fear what a beautiful future filled with love, compassion, and freedom should look like. And Tina herself telling Oprah in 2013 that her legacy could be summed up with just one word: endurance.
My legacy is that I stayed on course from the beginning to the end because I believed in something inside of me that told me that it can get better or you can make something better, and that I wanted better. So my legacy is a person that strived for wanting it better and got it.
Oprah sharing a tribute of her own overnight, writing in part, "She was a role model not only for me, but for the whole world. She encouraged a part of me I didn't know existed." Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Well, in other news this morning, some drivers will soon be able to change lanes by simply using their eyes. And holy cow, the smell of a barnyard makes a weatherman nearly lose his breakfast on TV.
Plus, there's a lot of buzz about bee attacks on the rise. RJ is back with all of those stories and more. Good morning, RJ.
Hey, RJ.
Good morning, guys. Yes, and I had to bring these stories to you here because we're talking barnyards, bees, a lot of different things going on here. But first of all, let's start there because we apparently are in the midst of what is called swarming season, and experts are now sounding the alarm on this. So over the past few weeks, humans and animals have been stung in multiple attacks in several states. So one of them here, surveillance video showing this attack, shows a man named John Fisher and his dog being swarmed by hundreds of bees. You saw that a little while ago outside Phoenix earlier this week. He tried to fight the bees off, and then we saw just right now emergency crews showed up, and even they got attacked by those same bees before they got the chance to spray him down. Now Fisher was stung 250 times and his dog named Pippin 50 times. So they're now recovering from their wounds.
Literally thousands, at least 1,000 on me and at least 2,000 or 3,000 flying around the area. They were all over my arms, all over my face, all over my back.
Yeah, that is frightening stuff there. So what is causing all this? All right, so experts say that more rain, look at this bee swarm right there. This is unbelievable. Means that flowers are obviously blooming, and this is feeding the bee population, which is not typically aggressive, but they can be when they feel threatened. So get this, if you are swarmed by bees, here's some tips. Run away. Do not stay still or play dead, and cover your face and ears, and make sure to find shelter. Experts also say that it's not a good idea to jump into water because bees can wait for you to come up for air, and then you obviously put yourself in a situation when drowning happens there. Now, one bit of good news here is that this whole swarming season, that's expected to wrap up by the end of the summer, but still a few months away there. All right, how about this now? How about no steering wheel needed to switch lanes while driving? Well, the newest BMW will apparently let drivers change lanes just by using their eyes. This right here. Yeah, the company unveiled its new 5 Series sedan yesterday, and they highlighted the car's optional highway assistant system, saying that it allows drivers to go long distances on major highways without touching the steering wheel or pedals. I don't know how I feel about this. Drivers will be able to change lanes on the highway just by looking at one of the vehicle's outside mirrors. And instead of having drivers request it, the new automated driving system suggests a lane change depending on the road situation. Now, the system relies on a camera mounted behind the steering and directed at the driver. Now, the driver just has to look at the corresponding side mirror and the car will do the rest. The car also uses the camera to check if the driver is watching the road. Now, if they're not paying attention, a warning will flash inside the vehicle there. And if the driver is in fact incapacitated, the vehicle will automatically slow to a stop and turn on the hazard lights. So the fully electric BMW 5 Series will be available for the starting price of a cool $67,000 beginning in October. Okay, interesting there. All right, Saturn's rings. We remember this. We've learned about this all through elementary school, grade school. But get this, this is kind of a bit of sad news here. They might not be around for much longer. Now, of course, this is relatively speaking because new data from NASA's Cassini mission suggests the rings might disappear in a few 100 million years. Okay, that seems long, but not really, considering that our solar system formed about 4.6 billion years ago. Scientists also say that Saturn didn't always have these beautiful rings there. They believe the rings were still forming when the dinosaurs were still around. Saturn's rings are mostly made of ice with a little bit of rocky dust in it. Scientists believe that as meteorites enter the rings, they push material towards Saturn, which is why these very popular rings that we all learned about are fading. This new data was also confirmed by 2 additional studies. Okay, we're going to wrap things up here with a pretty funny story here, and something that maybe Justin Horn can relate to. We'll find out in just a little bit here. But a weatherman in Australia is going viral for making his co-anchors crack up during the show when he did a segment from a barnyard. So the smells of cattle and manure were so strong, you see him right there, Tim Davies was gagging nearly the whole time during his live shot. So Tim does weather segments for a local station in Australia, and he often does gags, jokes, but this time he was actually gagging live. So back in the studio, his co-anchor rubbed in, all right, that the fact that Tim was having a hard time holding it together.
Morning there.
Oh, it's smelly.
Yes, the air is very fresh here this morning, Carl. I can confirm. My goodness me. Whew, we've got some cattle that we're hand feeding. Sorry. I got a case of the gags happening here. This one just keeps turning around on me, and I'm not sure how I feel about that this morning. I'm really sorry, everybody.
Toughen up, Tim. Oh my goodness. Just rub it over your skin, Timmy. It's beautiful, that stuff.
Wow, my guy Tim there couldn't even get a word out. So he did apologize to the farmer, saying that he was a city slicker, which is reasoning for gagging there, but it's still obviously made for great TV. So Justin, you've braved storms. You've been in storm chaser tracking. Have you ever braved a barnyard like this?
I have. This guy's a very competent meteorologist, but I don't know how he would do in Texas. With stock shows and rodeos that we got to go to. Yeah, you know, we're pretty used to it, but that's funny. That's funny.
Absolutely, yeah. So hopefully Tim is okay.
Well, and the other interesting thing about this video, if you think about it, of course, we're in different hemispheres. So we're just now going into summer, and you see they're all geared up because they're going into winter.
Yeah, he was all bundled up.
Yeah.
So that smell was just, I guess,
it's still travel.
Warm, and that's
I do feel for him, though. But we'll get him up here to Texas, toughen him up a little bit. RJ, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
9:42, 74 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
When we come back, our Sarah Costa will explain how to know when corn is ready for harvest and why organic homegrown corn is different from store-bought as part of her Gardening with KSAT series.
Guys, it's corn harvest day. You want to see these tassels pop up on your corn because corn is pollinated by the wind. And so when it gets windy, you want the tassels to kind of naturally shake out and have those seeds fall down. And that's how you get corn husks, like that one. Okay, so our corn, it's a little sad because it's shorty just like me, but that's because it's missing a nutrient, the sun. This corn didn't get enough sun in it, but this is the plot we are given for our garden here at KSAT. But I'm just happy that our corn actually grew. You know the corn is ready when the little tassels, the ponytails here, are brown and they're dry like this one is. Another indicator, the husk is leaning away from the stalk, which means harvest time. And you're gonna prick it. And if it's milky, just like that, it is ready to go. Homegrown, organic, no pesticides or GMOs, and store-bought. It's ugly, it's small, but it's gonna pack a lot of flavor. Cheers. Tune in Saturday at 10 a.m. to Texas Eats right after GMSA weekends, where Gardening with KSAT teams up with David Elder to make corn cup nachos with some of our very own sweet corn. Planting is healing. Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Itty bitty corn.
Yeah, but flavorful.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Did they say corn cup nachos?
Yes.
Is that what I heard?
That's Saturday.
That does sound good.
I know.
Really.
You know what also sounds good? Welcoming our guests in the studio. We have
good morning.
4th and 5th graders from Helotes Elementary. Hey,
Welcome, guys.
You're live on TV right now. Say hello to like 1 million people.
They're with a journalism program there.
Fantastic.
4th and 5th
well, I'm
graders.
glad you guys are here. We are glad you guys are here. And we hope you guys have a great summer.
Yes. But we know you have a week left of school and a talent show tomorrow.
Oh, and teachers, thank you too.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes. Absolutely. They're just
here,
off camera.
They're here in the studio as well.
They're like, yeah, we're used to being off camera. Yeah, being in the wings, pulling the weight. All right, Justin's here with a look at the forecast. 75 degrees, feels like 85 here in the studio, so I'm going to go outside in a second.
Cool off.
It's a little warm in here. Yeah, temperatures are going to warm up outside pretty quickly, too, so I'll warn you there. We'll be in the 80s here fairly soon. Maybe you're doing some traveling today. A lot of people are starting to hit the roads for Memorial Day weekend. Let me give you a travel forecast. If you're heading up to Dallas, 86. 88 in Houston today. You're going to run into some pretty good weather across most of the state. Not a lot of issues out there. Brownsville, one of the hot spots, 91 this afternoon. We won't be that warm here, but we will make it into the upper 80s. Maybe you're going down to the beach this weekend. All looks pretty good Saturday and Sunday at least. Monday we will add in some chances of storms down there around Port A, but smooth bays, seas won't be all that high, and water temperatures are really nice, anywhere from 82 to 86 degrees. So a great weekend to head down to the beach if that is in your plans. Let me show you what's going on with live radar. We showed you this earlier, but we've got a cluster of storms up here around San Angelo. We've had a lot of lightning strikes with this, but in general, it's starting to weaken a little bit. Still about 160 miles away from us. Question is, will it hold together? I don't think so. Probably not. But if you're in the hill country, you could see a few showers out of this. And we could see 1 or 2 stray showers as it gets a little closer to San Antonio, but for the most part, we're going to leave rain chances out today. We still have that flow where everything's kind of coming in from the north and west. I just don't think this holds together. Outside right now, 73 degrees at the airport, 74 Stinson, 75 Kelly, 72 at Randolph. We've got northeasterly winds and quite a bit of cloud cover at the moment. And you can see that here on the visible satellite picture. Some of those morning clouds still holding on. These break apart, and we'll get mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies this afternoon. A little more cloud cover out west, too. Places like Del Rio and Eagle Pass looking at overcast skies. 77 in Gonzales, 72 in New Braunfels, 73 here. We're in the mid-70s for the most part around Bexar County at this hour. Our forecast high today, somewhere around 87, 88. Some places will get close to 90, especially south of San Antonio this afternoon. So pretty much where we've been the last couple of days, at least temperature-wise. What do we have to look forward to? Well, high pressure starts to build in Friday and Saturday, and that should keep things pretty quiet. That's why I think the weekend is just going to be partly cloudy and warm. But as we get into early next week, a little area of low pressure develops in Mexico, and this works its way towards Texas. And it looks as though this will be in a pretty good position to give us some showers and storms on Monday. Now, don't cancel your outdoor plans because I don't think it's going to be one of those situations where it's raining all day, but we could get some of those afternoon pop-ups, about a 30% chance of rain on your Memorial Day. So we want to let you know about that if you do plan to be outside. 87 Friday, 88 Saturday, 87 Sunday. There's that chance of rain on Monday, 30%. We'll carry that over into Tuesday as well before rain chances start to come down some middle part of next week.
All right, well, that sounds good. At least we're in the 80s and not any hotter.
Not a lot of 90s on that 7-day forecast. If you remember last year at this time, we had already had several days in the triple digits.
Yes.
So much better.
Yes. Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
We are happy campers this year. 9:51, 75 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Coming up tomorrow on GMSA at 9, as we begin the summer grilling season this weekend, we take you to Camp Brisket at Texas A&M. This is a story we've been working on since January. We'll have the meaty details on what Camp Brisket students learned, and you'll get to see rock star pitmaster Tootsie Tominets at work up at Snow's Barbecue in Lexington, Texas. Where's the beef? It's right here on KSAT tomorrow at 9.
We're looking forward to that. Also tomorrow, we are highlighting another high school graduate who is proving that with love, determination, and passion, you can accomplish a lot. We're going to introduce you to the senior from New Braunfels High School who has inspired so many people with her resilience.
75 right now, partly cloudy. We'll see partly cloudy conditions this afternoon. We'll be up around 87. There could be a couple of showers in the hill country a little bit later this morning. We'll watch that. Otherwise, it's a quiet forecast going into the weekend. We add back in some rain chances by the time we get into Memorial Day and early next week.
All right, so we mentioned Helotes elementary students here, journalism students here, and earlier we asked them how many of them wanted to be up here one day taking our spots, and if we could show them real quick. How many of you raised your hands?
There you go.
Oh, see, that's.
And the weather people? The same amount.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, good luck to you guys.
Yes.
And we're here if you need us, here, have any questions, okay?
Yes. Have a good visit, and then have a good last week of school next week.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Say hi to everybody. Bye.